Good afternoon, friends.
Hi, friends.
Guess what today is?
It's Tuesday!
And it hasn't been a Tuesday where I was off work in a long time.
Same here.
So, on Tuesdays in Monterey Park, there's this place called Thanh Thai.
Thanh Thai.
It is where all the OGs go. And if you guys remember, we came here before and we had this jellyfish concoction, and it was deliciously amazing. But if you remember correctly, we also mentioned that they have this dish on Tuesdays. And what is it called?
Bun Suong.
And Bun Suong is amazing.
Oh, wow.
It is. Well, you know what?
Let's just show you.
Let's just show you.
Yeah.
Bun Suong.
Oh yeah.
I have never had this before, except for this place. Have you had it before?
No.
So, can you
Explain what everything is.
Yes.
Alright. So, this is called onion. Okay.
Okay, I guess they don't know what the onion is.
Han.
Okay. What else is there?
Cilantro. That's just, typical things. You scoot it over so you can take a look at it a little bit more. There's cabbage. I think that's like Napa cabbage probably. And then there's I almost called it papaya. Pineapple. Tomatoes. So pineapple and tomato is going to be the base of this broth, where it gives a lot of the flavor, the sweet, the sour, the salty, the savory. And then there's a variety of jab. So jab is like a meat cake or ham. It's the equivalent of Vietnamese like ham, but like bologna or something.
And I actually never really cared for it until I had it here.
So basically it's like ground up pork into a patty, and they season it, and then they wrap it up, and they cook it, and they steam it. But then they steam it, and then they cut it into slices, put it in here. You'll typically see this in like banh mi or something like that. Like typically banh mi đặc biệt or banh mi jalo. This is what it's called, jalo. This is another type of jab right here. I'm not sure what meat it is. I'm assuming I think it's shrimp. They never really told us.
They said like fish.
I think it's like shrimp and fish, but the fish one that's like this, I gotta try it. Man, I just want to eat it. Anyways.
Let's take a bite.
Okay, let me see. I take a bite out of your Okay, this one's fish. But then I think it's got like shrimp mixed in there too. So basically, it's fish. You take it out of the fillet, throw it into, they probably threw it into a blender because they did it with the shrimp, so they can blend up the shrimp and they grind it up all together, turn it into a patty. They throw it into some oil, make a little patty, throw it into oil, fry it up, and then it's in here.
I've actually, same thing with this. I didn't really care for it until I had it here, because a lot of times it's like the frozen kind you get at the store, and they just throw it in.
Yeah.
This one's actually like made.
In this dish, this thing right here is the kicker. I grew up eating this, and then when I came here and they had it, I never actually had it in any other place except for home. It's a pumpkin. I don't know what it's called. I think it's like buku or something. That's like a Japanese pumpkin. We'll just call it a pumpkin. In Vietnamese, we call it bidao, but it's like a sweet pumpkin, and it's flaky, kind of like yams, I want to say, but not as sweet. But I don't know. I'm hungry. That's what is one of my favorite things in here.
So we're gonna assemble our first
I'm just going to do the soup.
bites. Oh, let's taste the soup. It has, everything here has such like a homey taste. Like some homie made it.
So I'm assuming the broth is probably like bone broth, because suong is bones, like ribs and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
So, but then there's no meat in here aside from the patty stuff that we talked about.
Maybe they use like the broth from another soup and then make this one.
It's hella good because it's like, it's the perfect amount of sweet, a little bit of salty, savory. You punch it a little bit with some lime.
Oh, man.
Did you forget? I put it in my tea.
I got my first bite. You got your first bite?
No, I don't.
I'm going to take a bite of this.
Okay, you take a bite of it. It's good because it has like that chewiness to it too.
It's chewy and it's soft. And then I think because it's fried, it just gives it that nice flavor.
Mm-hmm. I'm ready to bite.
What kind of noodles is this?
Depends on how fancy you want to be. You can call it vermicelli. Or you could be extra fancy and extra. You can call it
vermicelli. Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah. Why?
Isn't there a Vietnamese word?
It's called bún.
Oh. Bún.
Okay. Now, if you want to eat a little bit of spice, I asked her for fresh peppers, and she was like, "What? You don't want the pickled one? Because this is better than the pickled one." I was like, "Oh, sorry."
You got told.
Yeah, I did. She's like, "You want fresh pepper? Something wrong with you?" I said, "I want whatever you want to give me." You gonna eat it like that?
You just stick it in?
I don't know. I was gonna try it. Don't bite into that.
I will take it out. I think the other reason why we like this place is it literally is like Vietnam.
The smell of cigarettes,
The yelling in the back.
the multiple DMs, the sound of cards slapping on the table. It's like a family feel.
Excitement, sorrows, argument.
Yeah. I feel like I'm hanging out with my dad and my mom. My mom's very soft-spoken though. So more so my dad. But my dad's a classier. I don't know. I feel like I'm hanging out with my uncles.
The reason I like this place though is because they specialize in one dish each day. Mm-hmm. They have other stuff that's always on the menu, but you come in here and you ask for something else, they're like, "Sure you don't want this?"
First time we ever went here was on a Monday. And then we ordered something like we typically order, which is mi wang. And the lady was like, "Are you sure you want that?" I was like, "Why? Do you want to order the bun suong instead, which is that jellyfish dish?" And I was like, "What is it?" She was like, "It's mi wang, but better." I was like, "Okay." It's completely different, but it tastes really good. I mean, it does taste really good. Where's that pumpkin? I didn't even eat it yet.
Me too.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, the pumpkin review.
I always buy this pumpkin to make it.
I never make it.
I never make it.
It's still in the back.
At the fridge. But the thing is because taking off the skin is a pain.
They don't.
They don't, but the dish is that.
It's kind of like a starchier version of what's that one? Like butternut squash. Like similar flavor, but a little bit more starchy.
Creamy.
The wave of
DMs are starting?
Yep.
So if you don't know, DMs, when we say DMs, it refers to the Vietnamese national word for let's cuss. No, I'm just kidding. It's a Vietnamese cuss word that we don't use in our household. Do you know what dish I want to try again?
what?
There's this dish we tried in Vietnam, in Da Nang, or was it Hoi An?
Cao Lao.
Cao Lao. I have not seen that in the States at all. It reminds me of a boat noodle.
Mm-hmm.
Thai boat noodle.
That dish was good.
It was really good.
I feel like a place like this would have it, but they don't.
It was interesting because it was like a darker broth, much more rich, and like had like a herbal taste. But it was bomb.
And I didn't even take a picture of this. That's how hungry I was.
Most Vietnamese dishes are pretty light, but this is very light in like, it's just the right amount of flavor where you don't have to add anything else to it unless you want to add like peppers. Like that lime that we added just added an extra depth in the sour tones of the pineapple. So good.
It's also something you don't feel like terrible about yourself after you eat it.
Yeah. I feel great. You make great decisions.
It's not super fatty. You don't gotta drink a soda after you eat it.
You mean a sodies?
You don't gotta drink a sodies after you eat it.
It was so good. I think this fish is called like feather fish or something like that. Something like
That they use to make it?
Yeah. So my mom makes it, but they don't really sell that fish anymore. There's a lot of people who pre-make the patties called jackass, and then they sell it in like blocks. And so they don't really sell just the fish anymore.
Where do you catch this fish?
I have no idea. Vietnam? But it's like I have such like good childhood memories of watching my mom like prep it because it's like a fish that's like this long. But some of them, there's like a couple of types of fishes that she uses. But there's some that's this big only. But I remember the big ones, and they're like about this fat probably. And so she'll sit there, and we're always in the garage. She'll sit there and fillet, and then open it up, and then take a spoon and literally scrape out the fish meat from the skin, throw it into a big old bowl, take it all out, and then she'll just run it along the bones, plop it in, and then she'll flip it over and then fillet again, plop that open, plop it in. This good memories. I don't know if I'd be able to do it myself because
I think Vietnam is the most it's the farm to fork capital of the world.
yes. Recently, somebody posted something or something along the lines of, wouldn't it be awesome if they did X, Y, and Z where they did like farm to fork in these nations? And I'm like, they do.
Yeah. Oh, someone said that?
Yeah, it was like so ridiculous. Like, someone said something really silly. I feel like they said something, they were like, man, wouldn't it be cooler if they like use like a bread maker to make their sandwiches or use a cow farm to get their milk? I'm like, most people do that outside of the United States.
Yeah, because like in Vietnam, if you want to make food, you go to a farmer to get, produce.
You go to people who specialize in just making one single item.
And then if nobody makes it, you gotta make it yourself.
Yeah. Then
even just like simply like salt, it's like they make the salt. It's not like in a bag. It's actually made. Same with like sugar and all that stuff. It's actually made. So they are definitely on another level, which is kind of cool because right now I think a lot of like the trend is to go back to that, but then in like more developing nations, like they're already there, where an advanced nation is trying to go back to, which is kind of cool because it shows you the value of your food.
It does. There's value of everything, really.
Well, that was delicious.
I'm so full.
I've been craving that for like 6 months.
It's just we're never off on Tuesdays.
Yeah, and we like over the summer, I don't know what happened, but we just did not come here.
I think I worked on most Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And then you were supposed to go on your own and take it home. Then I think like, what happened? What's wrong with us?
I don't know, but this is hella good, and it's not that expensive.
It's not. It was bomb.
That's the cool part about the Monterey Park area is you can get good food for cheap. So cheap that makes you not even want to cook.
You know, yeah, for real. So we should do a series of
Cooking.
meals, dates for less than $20.
Oh, that's every time we go.
I know.
We never, I mean, unless we order too much food, then it's over 20 bucks. Anyways, yeah, we should do that. Cheap dates that taste better than fancy, nasty places.
Fancy, nasty places, like
Yeah.
expensive, ritzy-ditzy, pinkies up places.
Yeah, cheap food that has a pinky down. Anyways, see you guys next time. Peace!